Are we ready to begin? All right, it's 5:30 and I will call this Board of Trustees for the Town of the City of Bloomington meeting to order. If everybody would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll have roll call.
Trustee Kearns? Here. Trustee Mosley?
Here.
Trustee Straza?
Here.
Trustee Ward?
Here.
Trustee Lee?
Here.
Trustee Scott?
Here. Madam Clerk, is there any public comment?
We received no emailed public comment, nor did anyone register to speak.
Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Does anybody have any item that they'd like to remove from the consent agenda? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Trustee Straza and a second by Trustee Mosley. I think we're going to have a voice vote.
We are. Trustee Kearns?
Yes.
Trustee Mosley?
Yes.
Trustee Motney?
Yes.
Trustee Straza?
Yes.
Trustee Ward?
Aye.
Trustee Lee?
Yes.
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
The item passes, no nays to announce.
Great. So moving on to our regular agenda, item 6A, an ordinance authorizing the reimplementation of a housing eviction relief efforts or HERE program for eligible residents of the city of Bloomington Township for the new fiscal year 2027 as approved in the budget. So we'll start out. Any discussion or explanation?
I think this is reevaluated every year, and the board approves it each year. Since the funds come out of the general town fund, that is a must that we have to do that. And so we appreciate that your efforts and your support with that, because it does serve a purpose in helping individuals get out of the arrearage situations, so they're not constantly stuck in a situation. So they do have parameters that are similar to our general assistance, emergency assistance program. And the only other thing is that, they have to have for sure the ability to support themselves for 1 month rent. So.
All right. Questions?
I just have a quick comment just to say that I was in a meeting with the managing attorney for Prairie State this month, and he made, a comment about the fact that evictions are still at a high level, that we've been seeing ever since the moratorium was lifted from the pandemic. So I know that eviction and housing security and stability continues to be a high priority and a high need in our community. So I would absolutely continue to support this program that you're offering, that the township offers.
Thank you.
And I would motion that we approve this ordinance as presented.
Thank you.
All right, we have a motion by Trustee Kearns and a second by Trustee Motney.
I have one question. Sorry. That's all right. That's all right. So apologies for not asking and sending this along. Do we have information? Also very supportive of this. Do we have information on how many we've helped in the past year?
Let me check and put it in the annual town meeting. I usually provide that. Yes, we usually do. And that would normally be in my supervisor's report. So I just need to look at it again.
We can take.
So usually
save it for the report.
Yeah. Usually we try to give the statistic of how many we served in the HERE program. I don't know about dollars yet on that. So let me look at it as we're going along here, and I'll report with you.
Sounds good.
On that.
Does the answer to that change your vote? Okay. All right. So unless there's any objection, we'll go along with the vote.
Okay, Trustee Kearns?
Yes.
Trustee Mosley,
Yes.
trustee Motney,
Yes.
trustee Straza,
Yes.
trustee Ward,
Aye.
trustee Lee,
Yes.
trustee Scott.
Yes.
The item passes, no nays to announce.
Wonderful. So that's the last of the items we'll be voting on, but item 6B is receipt of a copy of the 2026 annual town meeting presentation. Is there any discussion or comment on that?
We had two constituents up here and then a lot of our staff. This is our report that we provide, a PowerPoint presentation. Does anyone have any questions about it? I have a couple comments I could make if you want to entertain that idea. So some of the charts that we have in here show, and I think, I can't remember if it was you, wanted to see basically charting of the fluctuations that happen in a year of how many individuals that we see, general assistance, orientations, whatever we're doing. So on page, do you have this with you? On page 10 and 11, you can see some of the fluctuations that happen, but there are also some consistencies in what happens. Anytime you see a spike in the assistance that we provide, that means other agencies aren't able to provide or have run out of money to provide, so they rely on township a lot. And in the dips, usually that means LIHEAP has money to cover utilities, and not that utilities are our highest amount. We actually our shelter is definitely the highest amount of money that we provide. And then money assistance for, and then electric bill is the next highest. This past year, we've provided about 85,000 more than we did last year in assistance. That's just the dollar amount. I don't know how many people that entails, but secondly, on emergency assistance, there was a huge peak in that emergency assistance in August, July, August, and September. And that could pertain to, well, two things: emergency assistance that was mostly shelter. And then it could have been having more people come into the office because of the emergency food benefit card that we provided. So then they could apply for other services as well as they needed. So I think that's about it. That's all I have.
My my slides are more about the growth in the community and what we've seen, and the EAV increases and the complaints that are filed based on the amount of the assessed values of the properties. My reports are just general history of the past few years.
Please. Just one question. So I noticed that we provide support through the township for similar organizations that are provided support through the shared sales tax and the BHCC. I'm just wondering if any conversations go on between your organization and the county as you're making allotments to these same organizations.
I have not. A lot of what we've been serving has been served in the past, and we just continue to serve those individuals. A couple of new ones that have been created were Oxford House for the individuals that are transitioning from rehab. So I don't know enough about what the county does, and I probably should.
Maybe something for us to check
Mhm.
into it, and as our council rep for BHCC, I'll see if I can follow up on that too.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
Other discussion? All right, seeing none, let's move along then to item 6C, which is receipt of a copy of the annual statement of receipts and expenditures for fiscal year 26, unaudited. Any discussion or comment on that?
That's presented at the annual town meeting. It's just shared with you here. It's a requirement, statutes.
All right. Seeing no requests to talk more, we'll move on then to reports by elected officials, 7A.
There are so many pages in this thing. I can't remember where my supervisor's report is. Do you have any idea? Oh, the annual report was our report. Okay, so I don't have statistics for here, but I'll have them for the here program. I'll have them next month.
All right. And anything else to add?
I just, in the annual report, we've been putting some stuff on history of townships government, and I'm taking a class this week, and it's interesting every time you take a class for assessments. The first day goes back to history of how it all started and all this stuff that comes in, and by the day 4, you get all the updates and everything and say how things move smoothly. So it's the history. It seems like in my field, it's just important that it keeps getting reiterated, the history of everything that we do, that we keep moving forward and do it better. But the history was always important so it doesn't alter, I guess, outcomes, I guess.
Trustee Kearns.
Yes, I just have a quick question. I live near the Evergreen Cemetery and saw that there was a lot of downed trees after the storm. And so I just wanted to know if there were like, you know, if that was all managed, if there were any, like headstone damages or anything that you needed to address from that.
Not at this time, I don't. I
Okay.
haven't seen the report from them yet.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Well, if that's it for the reports by elected officials, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee Kearns and seconded by trustee Scott. All in favor? We stand adjourned.